It's football time, and we scored a dime. Football's on, so let's smoke a bomb. TGIF.
Okay, I almost got all my shit. I must have left my beer glass. That's all right. It's Wisconsin. We'll go right out of the can.
Yeah, well, that's the way God intended.
As my Lord and Savior Elvis intended.
Kind of already. Hey, whoa! Look who we got
there.
showing up. Someone, look who can't still tell time.
Well, that goddamn daylight savings, that may or may not make my list of airing of grievances.
Ah, excellent.
And also, I've got my buddy Lucas here. We're going to test the second mic, so we'll see how this works when I've got two plugged in. So this will be a good dry run for when the effects board is up and running.
Howdy ho, y'all.
Coley, are you a half hour early or a half hour late? Which way are you?
This time, I'm only a half hour early. Last time
Excellent.
I was an hour early.
Well, good for you. Good for you. We were just contemplating how things may or may not go, and Ron's doing some technology checks, and we're goofing off, and my blue carousel is chilling in the freezer waiting for the grand reopening.
That blew my mind.
Delicious.
That's just orange?
It's just orange liqueur.
And they mind fucked
didn't
me
realize
by
that
making
either.
it blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Blue carousel.
And then I looked at the bottle, and the label on the front, there's pictures of oranges.
Yeah.
I didn't know it either.
And I got a shit ton of Cointreau in my liquor cabinet too. But I got my lemonade and my blue carousel for a whopping $15 from the liquor store today. The single greatest value shopping ever at the liquor store on my account. I guarantee that.
Right?
Let me turn this down. I had the Bulls game on. We are surprisingly not losing.
Are they a basketball team?
Last year they were.
Ah.
I am representing though.
Oh, represent. Very good. Very good.
I've only ever watched one basketball game from beginning to end, and that was when the Milwaukee won it a couple years ago, the very final game against...
Well, not like being the ultimate
Suns
bandwagon
beat
guy.
Well, I haven't watched one since either, so it's not bandwagon. I gave it a fair shot, and I still couldn't get behind it.
That's like saying you gave drinking a fair shot with one shot of tequila. That's not the same thing.
Fair.
Like you're 16 and you're like, oh, I'm going to sip on this bourbon right here. Like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah. Start some scotch.
Never
I hate the
drink
booze.
again. So I told my daughter, who's sitting right, she's leaving soon. But she's just like, how can you drink this stuff? I'm like, honey, don't worry. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah,
Sooner or
practice.
You just
Practice.
keep doing it.
Practice.
Lots of practice. Much like many adulting things.
Right.
Taste buds with many tries.
She's 18, so don't worry about censoring
There's
yourself.
plenty of time then. She'll get that liquor
She's your
figured
kid.
out
I wasn't
soon.
worried about censoring myself anyway.
Right? What could I possibly fucking say? It's like when people are watching themselves around my kid. It's like, are you fucking kidding? You
I usually swear first around my kid because he's sick, so I like to put it out there far and wide. Like, nope, he's heard that word and this word. I promise you.
like shit. She might be
Not
4,
only.
but full George Carlin bits memorized. Don't worry about it.
I remember he looked dead at me and went, I got that fucking fly. He was 3. Swatted at it at a restaurant. Well, he missed, actually.
It's like, no, son, you
Wait,
missed
who's
that
talking
fucking
right
fly.
now?
Oh,
I'm
yeah, you
sorry.
missed the intro. I got my buddy
Reaper.
Lucas is here testing out
okay.
my second channel. So, because we're going to get the sound effects board up and running shortly. So this will be a nice second channel dry run. This thing
That
is
sounds
fucking
professional.
Oh yeah, I'm going to use all kinds of terms. It's gonna be great.
Sounder, mixing board,
Sounds
microphone.
good. I don't know what he was talking about.
Check
but it
my
sounds
input
good.
level and the VU meter and voltage and whatnot.
My bass bait.
This is professional as fuck,
Oh yeah, we're killing it over here.
man.
Yes.
Give someone with too many degrees and underemployment 5 minutes to kill time at work, and boy, you better watch out. He's going to get into the weeds.
Speaking of that, I think I'm going to get into the weeds myself.
I'm going to go out to the porturator. I shall be right back.
Ah, well done.
Hi.
Ooh, puppy dog. What's your dog's name again, Coley?
This one is Cindy.
Okay.
And then come here. And this one right here is Pancake.
Oh, Pancake,
So there's
Cindy, Ted Jansen. That's a good
definitely,
Bob family names.
definitely a chance to hit the over tonight. That's
Most likely. Because when Olivia leaves and she comes back, there's me plenty of barking. So that's
do they bark every time she leaves?
yes.
He does that too. Like, what the hell is that? Like, it's like he's yelling at her, "Hey, you be back by 9. Don't be doing nothing." Like, I haven't figured it out.
Pick up the
Like,
phone when I call you.
you better leave that. You better have a charge, goddammit. Bark, bark, bark. Well, we do have the airing of grievances in hour 2, so.
Yeah, that's a hard one for me. I hate so many things. It's hard to narrow it down to 5, let alone.
Well,
2
we don't even
really
got to
good
do
ones.
5. We'll just have people randomly throw them out whenever they want
That'll
to
be
chime
greasy and
in
slimy. That'll be great. Yeah.
and just air a grievance.
So I put together a list. I wasn't clear in reading through like our chat conversations.
Yeah,
It's
I should probably not be
guys.
so
I
high
didn't
when I
really
explain things.
It would be
So I
better.
wasn't sure if it was airing of grievances in general or
Right.
holiday grievances. So I have 2 lists.
No, it's just in general. It's
Okay, I came prepared.
We're gonna tie it into the Festivus, so it'll be whenever anybody wants to air one, they can just call for it.
Okay.
And
The
we'll
top
just-
5 best characters in the year without a Santa Claus. You guys know that
Year
claymation.
without a Santa Claus.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys know that claymation one from way back in the day.
didn't recognize the name until you said claymation, and now
It's got Heat Miser and
Yeah.
Cold Miser
Okay.
and Mother Nature in it. And Rudolph and
Even I know
No?
that one.
Yeah, I remember that. Mhm.
it's
Oh,
old
well.
school.
Yeah, well,
And it doesn't hold up to the California Raisins Christmas by any means, but
Yeah, me too,
you
honey.
know,
do anything everybody else wouldn't do.
that's a low fucking bar here.
Wow, very low, unfortunately.
I'm lucky. I've got a really good kid. I don't have to worry about her at all. So
Yeah, I got that going on too. I feel pretty good about that.
yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't have to worry about that. It's like one less thing, you know?
Right? Worry about this damn dog more. What are
The
you
dog
eating?
causes more grief than the kid does.
Yeah, see,
well-
Cindy's barking.
oh, dog number 1.
There it is.
Dog number 1. The over-under for dogs, 2.5 as usual. Well, fuck, let's just hit the intro, huh?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to whatever the hell we're calling this. The final couple
Pre-party.
episodes. Yeah, there we go. Final couple episodes of the year. Holiday shenanigans. I don't know. You fucking make up a name. I don't get paid per title. But let me digress. It's the usual format. The over-under for hearing dogs on the podcast, 2.5. If you hear a bong, drink. If Coley snorts, you definitely drink. And if someone gets muted, we'll drink. And I'll just say it again. Over-under for dogs appearing on the pod is 2.5. And speaking of over-unders, we'll throw it to the godfather of drinks. Troy, what is the over-under on beverages this evening?
Well, to stay in the festive spirit, it's all about having a good time and not having too much of a good time. And with all of our multipliers, we're going to set the base pretty low at a 4.5 tonight with the dog bark over, the Coley snort over, and the no goods, no shots minus. Thereby, we're going to stay where we're at 6.5. Should be an easy time. Everyone should get along just well.
6.5. Okay, that's
Lay your bets.
all right. A fucking stretch.
And that counts for Sodies or Shastas or White Claws or LaCroix, whatever the case may be. So just
Okay,
because don't
I have a
have booze in it don't mean you don't know how to drink it.
Okay, well, that's fair. All right. I've never heard that qualifier before. That'll definitely ease things up. I think I'll hit the over then.
Well, yeah, well, you're going to hit the over either way. So
I know.
I'm
I
not
was trying to
worried
make
about-
myself feel better. It's bullshit. They're going to get me drinking just talking about this. I'm going to get the whiskey out here.
Oh, shit.
You got to do what you got to do. That's for
Serious.
sure. Yeah.
I think grievances, I say we just drop them whenever the hell we feel like it. Who's going to tell me when to air my grievances? That's my grievance. I'll do it whenever the hell I want to. Damn it. I'm not be shackled by episode restraints. I'll complain when I feel like it.
We're all free agents now, brother Ron. We're all big free agents.
Well,
I have a grievance. I'm going to drop a grievance right here, right now.
All right.
Do it.
Airing of grievances.
As an old man who grew his hair long, he's tired of hearing how he shouldn't have long hair from his contemporaries at his job.
Fair.
That's a grievance. And it's not even that long, nor is it that bad. And it's quite fantastic.
Agreed.
It is quite fantastic. And why are they being so judgmental?
Idaho.
Oh, something about Idaho and governors and politicians and stuff like that.
Wow.
So,
So
yeah.
they feel emboldened to tell you how to coif your hair?
Oh, they tell me to cough away.
Oh, I was say, I think even emboldened, I think I'd go past that to entitled.
Yeah.
I feel like they should tell you.
I get it all.
They
the
all
time.
look the same?
Yes.
Are they all cookie cutters?
Have you ever met a Mormon?
I married one.
Oh.
I was married to one.
Yes, I'm
Well,
sorry. I didn't know much about Mormons until I moved to Arizona because they're everywhere.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I grew
wouldn't
up
think of that
in,
as Mormon territory.
West Central Illinois, not far from the Quad Cities, in between the Quad Cities and Peoria.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of Mormons in that area.
The whole West, Rano, is equally split by the LDS folks, descendants of the church, and us relative newcomers. It's amazing. The West is very small town, no matter how big the town is.
Right.
I guarantee you I could find people I know or know people that I know in Phoenix, in Vegas, in any of the big cities in the West, let alone the small towns like little dinky stuff in Idaho or Colorado or Utah. So anytime you want to have that kind of episode, you can do that. But I don't want to alienate certain friends of mine on Twitter by disparaging the entire group. But generally, much like other people groups, you can be religiously LDS or you can be culturally Mormon. And that's
Right.
the culturally Mormon folks are the ones I find especially fun to have around and worried for their happiness factors, frankly.
They're the ones that pick and choose which guidelines of the church to follow, right? Got it. Yes, I know some of those too.
Ah, yes.
They're the ones
isn't that every
do
religion?
soaking. They're the soakers, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm not going to head down that path, but yes, probably.
It's a loophole.
Well, more of a loop squeeze, but yeah, I got your point.
Mormons. Yeah, we used to have one of their houses down the block from us in La Crosse. So every 6 months, one new Mormon guy would cycle in, and the pair would get on their bikes and ride around the neighborhood and try to preach the Book of Mormon to dudes like me who are super baked, sitting in their living room ripping bongs. And I don't know how that went for him, but I had a hell of a time. I was like, yeah, I'll listen to this. What? It's Sunday. I'm fucking baked. Lay it on me. Sitting in the kitchen listening to him, and my neighbor comes over. He's 6'3" black dude with dreads, and they kind of turn to him like, well, maybe we'll tell you about Joseph Smith. And he's like, no, I'm an old school guy. I'm Old Testament. Like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm a Muslim. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, we'll just get out of your hair. And I'm like, dude, I've known you for a year and a half. You're a fucking Muslim? He's like, no, I just thought you were having a hard time getting these guys out of your kitchen. I'm like, no, I invited them. It's fine. I wanted to hear the thing. Elder Hasselberger was all right.
Well, that's the one thing about out here is that I feel bad because people are malicious to the missionaries, right? They're just young people who are doing something they think is going to make them make their adulthood happier and more contented, right. and people out here will just harass these poor kids a lot. So we're always pretty gracious. In previous places we've lived around here, we've had them over for dinner and that sort of thing. The bigger town we live in now is not so much, a little less friendly about that. So they don't like to come over unless you're part of the church. But yeah, we always talk to them at least for a few seconds, few minutes, tell them we're not interested in whatever the help they want to offer and thank them and find out where they're from and that sort of stuff and send them on their way.
Right.
Just a week ago, it was, 5-6 degrees and around here, and these poor gals show up at my front door. Big puffy winter coats and their walking shoes and stockings and long skirts, and they're just freezing to death because they're from Panama City, Florida, and they're from, Southern California, and they're from everywhere but Eastern Idaho.
Like, not to be a dick, but a quality Lord wouldn't do this to you.
Are you sure you want to believe in that?
Right. This guy sent you to Idaho? Are you sure he likes you?
Yeah. I think it's especially cruel to be mean to them because they have no idea really what kind of sacrifices they're making.
Right.
My GM at work, her son did his 2-year missionary work, and she didn't get to see her son for 2 entire years.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot better with technology.
You're not allowed to.
It used to be you couldn't talk to them even.
Was just recently. He finished about a year ago. So with technology, you could do a video call like on Christmas and on Mother's Day. And then I think there's 1 call a week or something like that. So it's very minimal contact.
Yeah. The email chain has really made the difference, I think, for fighting the loneliness of a lot of kids. Because before email regularity, it was just no contact except those phone calls, birthdays, holidays, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's really a tough thing. Can you imagine being 19 or 20 in the case of the ladies and being put out in some place you've never been to, often speaking a language you don't know except from the training center and the practice you had. Knowing that people are, not excited to see you and still trying to be upbeat and friendly and conversational. I mean, it sounds like a really big challenge. And so I don't envy them.
No, somebody put it to me that's like the whole point of the thing, like them and especially Jehovah's Witnesses, is that they want them to go door to door and be treated like shit by people so they can come back and say, look, people outside our church, they're assholes, man. We got to stick together. It's us. So somebody said that's part of the thing. I said, wow, that makes sense.
Dealing with adversity is not a bad adult trait to have, but I'd sure like to do it digging ditches or shoveling
different
shit
way.
Doing that. Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the freezer, break out my concoction, add a cube, do a shake, put it in a martini glass, and be back for the grand tasting. So
I think that's the perfect segue. Let's move on to holiday drinks, huh?
Oh, all right. You guys tear into it while I go mix mine.
I've decided I'd pregame rolled one up, but I've got some really terrible year-old homegrown. It's really dry. It's not the greatest, but it does the job. So we will be smoking year-old Space Jam tonight.
I love Space Jam. It was one of my favorite movies.
That's what everybody says.
Would that be classified as skunk weed?
No, it's not really skunky,
Okay.
but it's it's really leafy and really stemmy, but I picked enough buds out of there that I basically just rolled full buds.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus, Ted.
Oh, Jesus, Ted.
I don't think that counts as a dog appearing on the pod, or does it? He hit the microphone. I guess we never said he had to bark, so we're at 2 on dogs. All right. Shit, I got to drink up, but I don't have a drink.
Well, what are you going to be drinking?
Nothing if I can't find my fucking glass. I'm so discombobulated. All right. Well, what do we got going for drinks? You had some concoction. I didn't get time to read the whole thing, but it looked intriguing. Yeah.
So, shoot, what was it called?
Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Well
Blue
done.
Lagoon. It's I'm a vodka drinker. I tend to try to find vodka recipes.
Nice.
However, I do enjoy a nice like Four Roses Manhattan, from time to time. So
Okay.
Or I'll just drink some whiskey on ice. That's also
That's what I'm talking about.
right. So let's see. We've got an ounce of vodka.
Okay.
I always pronounced it Caraco, but is that not how you pronounce it?
The Curacao?
Curacao?
That's the fancy pronunciation.
Curacao. Okay, so an ounce of vodka, an ounce of blue Curacao,
Ooh.
4 ounces of lemonade. You put it in your shaker with ice and you shake away, make sure it's nice and cold. Pour it into a glass and then serve with a cherry and a slice of lime.
Well, damn.
And here I'd like to offer myself back into the mix. Cooley,
Oh, is
there's
that
my version of the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Sans the lime wedge per se, and in a much larger glass.
Well, yeah. Well, your
And-
shaker only makes doubles, right?
That's right. It's 2 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of curacao, 8 ounces of lemonade, and 1 giant round ice cube.
Ooh,
Which
well
leads
done.
us to
Well done.
one of my stocking stuffers for this evening. My top 5, wait for it, toasts. That's right, toasts.
Toast. Okay. Like actual toast. Like.
Well, that could be a different stocking stuffer
avocado
later,
toast?
Toronto.
All right.
Don't ruin the day.
All
So
right.
for my first one, I'd like to share a simple little thing from F. Scott Fitzgerald. Here's the alcohol. The rose-colored glasses of life.
Oh, but you're toasting.
Yeah, I'm not mixed yet. You guys went before me.
Don't worry, I've got a bunch more.
Well,
He hates
after
toast and then toast.
That just tastes like lemonade to me.
We'll just
Well,
keep drinking it.
yeah,
Won't feel like lemonade, but it tastes like lemonade for sure.
right.
The first sip I had, I was like, "Oh, this seems a little light. I might need to bolster this up with some more vodka." But he just,
But-
let
Let it marinate.
right.
Yeah. See what happens first.
Much like my friends had told me, just like the edible, you got to wait for it.
Well, I saw Coley's elaborate drink in the chat, and I thought, well, I got to come up with something now too. So I decided to make one I'm calling a Season's Greetings. It's a glass with ice, and what am I going to say about that's a couple ounces of bourbon.
About 4 fingers.
Yeah, it depends on how big your fingers are.
How is you? Oh, I hear a snort.
Snorts a
Everyone
drink. Okay.
Oh yes.
Well, then I better hurry up and finish this off because we're going to take that and top it with some jolly good sour power.
What
And,
is that?
It's like
Squirt.
50-50, yeah, grapefruit lime. And
Ooh.
so, ta-da.
much like a bourbon lemonade. Nicely done, Rano.
Not as elaborate and as cool and doesn't look as cool as your guys's, but it's going to get
Put
me
some blue
drunk.
shit in it, you'll get there.
The blue goes a long way. Makes it look fancy.
It does. Blue
Imagine
doesn't...
the product meeting 50 years ago when people were sitting around, I really like that orange liqueur, but man, I really want to make those teenagers and
Can we make it
I
blue?
appreciate it. How can we make that?
Sir, how about we put in the blue mix to it? That way to be, sensory overload and kind of weird.
Oh, perfect. Put blue in the orange. Yes, we're hired. That was someone's $1 million idea or $50 million idea.
So it tastes just like orange liquor, but it's blue.
Yeah, so I guess I've never noticed. My mind was convinced the whole time. That's crazy. I just assumed it tastes like
Never
blue.
focused on the label. The label actually has pictures of oranges on it.
Because I've never looked.
To me, that
really
just
look at
spells
that.
trouble. It tastes like orange but blue. That shouldn't be good for you.
It probably isn't.
Oh, it's packed full of vitamins. It's very good.
Right. You
The
will
next
not,
blue I get, I'll grab a bottle of that.
you will not get scurvy.
That's right.
I once went to school with a person who, as an adult ed thing, was the supervising engineer for a colorant company who had Coca-Cola, Bacardi rum, and a couple tequila companies as their sole clients. They had like 4 clients, and all they made was brown color. And it was
Wow.
it was a hundreds of millions of dollars a year company. And she was a process engineer for it. It was quite interesting to learn how much money can be made in the simplest of things. And yet here I am, not rich and still doing simple things.
Somebody in that company was a taster. I mean, that just sounds like a perfect career path right there.
That's the gig. I actually had that job for a while. A buddy of mine was selling weed back in the day, but he didn't smoke. I don't know how that works. So he's like, hey, I need you to smoke this and tell me how much I can charge. I'm like, okay, let me have a pull. I can roll up a big one. Like, you're talking about $40, man. I don't know. It's just what I think. Like, all right, you set the market.
Market. Oh my God, that's brilliant.
It was a short-lived job, but I loved the hell out of it.
I worked for a Coors Brewing Company distributor back in my late 20s. And
The 1920s?
No.
Oh, your
I'm not
20s.
that
No,
old.
carry
I am
on.
old, but and on Fridays we didn't have routes and stuff. We started off our day with a sales meeting. Now we started our day at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. So here we are at 6:30 on a Friday morning, and we bring vendors in of different companies that want to be distributed by this company. And we had a wine portfolio about this thick. We had spirits and we had liquors. And so we're sampling vodkas and wines at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, it was a brutal way to start your day, let me tell you.
It's like, guys, sexual harassment has gone through the roof, and no one can figure out what's happening. Maybe let's stop drinking vodka at 8 a.m.
And I was the only woman there, too.
Oh, of course. Oh, then it's like super focused, like a greasy laser.
Here, give her another one.
Yeah. Oh, I can't finish mine. You take that. Oh, super.
It was interesting work, that's for sure.
Oh, I bet. Oh, there's a goddamn seed in this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I hear that's a problem.
Oh yeah, it's killing me right now.
Oh yeah, I just smelled it. I didn't even taste it. Ugh.
All right, guys, I'm going to refresh my drink.
Well done.
Come back with a grievance.
Okay, I'll be prepared.
Yeah, you know what? My grievance is this whole convoluted top 5 idea I came up with.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
This is really terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of clusterfuck is that? That was the beauty of the giblets. They were quick, they were easy. You get in, get out. You get to say giblet, which is
Well,
fun.
see, I did it. I interpreted it a whole different way there, Captain. I did it
Everybody
like this.
did.
I
fucked
did
it
my
up.
holiday top 5, and then I got stocking stuffers about my holiday top 5.
Okay, I like that.
I got facts about toasts.
Okay, well, that's a brilliant segue. Once she comes back, I think we'll be ready to toast a drink and hear about that.
Can I have a grievance?
Yes, let's fill the gap with a grievance.
I'd like to
The airing of grievances.
air my grievance about too soft of a bath towel. Doesn't dry me off and makes me angry.
Oh.
Hotels, Airbnbs, friends' houses, never my own place, but I hate that, and we all should. Can we get behind that?
Wow. I had never thought of it, but you were dead on. Yeah, get that towel. It's like, it feels like they gave you a piece of plastic. What's this going to do? It's just spreading the water around you, dick.
It just pushes the water all the way around you. Then it's like it pools to the bottom of your feet. And yeah, it's just a mess. And it makes you angry out of a shower. And frankly, you should be refreshed and ready to face your worst part of the day post shower.
Right. That's the greatest thing, man. That's one of the things I learned on acid. Nice hot shower, good soft towel, good pair of socks. Socks on backup.
Was that X or acid?
Oh, a lot of acid.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So be it.
Yeah, I learned a lot from acid.
We had a baseball player who lived with us for a couple years who taught himself to only take ice cold showers.
That sounds
As a training
unpleasant.
regimen. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
He also got cut, so I don't know that it really worked for his performance, but
Right.
he swore by it.
Well, I don't know, man.
He saved
That's
our
like-
gas bill at least.
Right? I don't know. That's like somebody. I only eat shredded up cardboard. It's great for you. Like,
Steel cut oats.
Don't put nothing on them. They got to be plain as fuck.
oh, Ted Jansen. He's making himself known without doing it audibly. It's perfect. It's this little bit of sabotage. He's just going around the room, running into the mics, running into the cameras.
Nice.
Yeah,
It won't mess up your camera any more than it already does anyway. It's fine.
true. I can't figure out what to do with this piece of shit. Like if I get,
It's been
more
better
light-
till after you got it closed. Well, like whatever you did and set it right at the start of the recording, it quit doing whatever it was doing. So maybe it's a distance, a frame of reference.
Yeah, I think the light helps, and then
'Cause even when you're jimmying around, it's fine. It's not doing what it used to do.
yeah, I'm trying not to move too. That's
That's not going to work. The more enjoyable your evening gets for you, the more you're going to shimmy and shake,
That's true. That's what I'm here for.
amongst other things.
Yeah, got to show this mustache off somewhere. God damn it! Grow friendly mutton chops and let them go unseen. That's not the point. It's like hiding stuffing a mullet up in a hat. What'd you even do it for?
Well, to get a job. You never heard the song before?
I did, yeah. Well, sign says you had to have a membership card to get inside, so.
You all heard my dog bark, right?
No. I was too busy grievancing my dog being a silent assassin
Oh, with her butt?
He's running into the mics and the camera
assassin?
stand.
Just deadly, not silent, yeah.
All right, I got a grievance.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Let's throw it down.
This is a holiday grievance.
Okay.
When those Black Friday deals show up in your inbox and they're like, click here now for your special deal. And you click on it and you get $10 off your $100 purchase. That's some bullshit.
And I have a corollary to Coley's grievance.
Please do.
The airing of grievances.
When you click on that Black Friday opportunity, it takes you to a specialty web page, puts the thing up you're really interested in with a great discounted price, and says unavailable. Send us your email to get filled in later when we're back in stock. Yeah,
or if
more
you
dog.
click on it, any other page that you end up, whether it's on your phone or your computer for the next 2 weeks, it's going to show up over on the side in your ads.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking track that shit.
I hate AI. That could be a whole episode of I hate things about computer advertising.
Grievance against those goddamn algorithms.
We must grieve and celebrate toasts all at the same time.
Exactly. Let's you know what? We're approaching the end of the year. Let's get all this shit off our chests.
Yeah. That's why it's good.
That Jansen agrees.
It just the continuing barking count, like we continue to drink.
It's sessions,
one bark.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one bark.
All right.
Yeah.
Far be it from anyone on the pod to restrict anyone else's drinking. But for our dear listeners out there,
I ain't gonna tell you how to drink, but you fucking do what you do. I ain't here to judge.
From
well,
Wisconsin.
I snorted last time just to, make.
We appreciated it.
Yes.
That's true.
Oh, you need to catch up? Let me snort.
Well, you'll all notice I don't have any fireballs sitting around the table this evening. Knowing Goods wasn't going to be here, let my conscience be clean about not having to drink that stuff.
Well,
in the presence of friends.
I also picked up a new edition. I got to take his fucking sweater off. But
Wild turkey?
Oh, no. This is Wollersheim Distillery. It's actually a Wisconsin bourbon. I have never seen such a thing. It's like, I don't know how you get away with calling it bourbon not made in Kentucky in the first place.
It's called bourbon whiskey. That's how. It's they have to say it that way. Whereas
where they have the second word.
Kentucky bourbon is just Kentucky bourbon. Yeah.
Like adding an extra letter to Mickey E. Mouse. I can sell that shit. Yeah.
Duffy's or whatever that wasn't coming to America.
Not made in France. Then it's not champagne. It's just sparkling wine.
Sparkling, right.
Did anybody see the meme on the interwebs about that? It's like, if your boyfriend isn't from the bro region of somewhere, he's just a dude you sleep with or something like that. It was really quite funny. I don't do it justice, but it was funny.
I haven't seen it, but you still made me laugh.
Well, appreciate that. That's what we're here for, is to provide our four attendees and our 0 listeners. Laugh
we got like 12 steady.
I'm sorry, I'm back from Costa Rica. I can't be international anymore to download things for you.
So tell us about Costa Rica. I don't know if that's something you've already done, and I'm late to the game, but why did you go? And what did you do? There may be a pod come out of that someday in the world, but
indeed, that's
the big
that's
story,
what we in the industry call a tease.
Foreshadowing, if you're an author. For those of you writing at home or playing alone,
yes,
industry words.
Yeah. So,
oh my.
I, as I've mentioned, live in Eastern Idaho, and in my career, I worked with a guy for about 20 years who lived in an even smaller town in Idaho, who happened to have a child who happened to be gay, who happened to have a wedding in this small town, and then they received death threats going forward from the announcement until after the kids got married. There was sabotage at the wedding. The neighbors pulled guns. Long story short, it was the most the most aggressive thing I've ever seen. The missus and I actually literally walked to the other side of the house and hunkered by the chimney just in case the shooting actually started. So that's a precursor to Costa Rica.
Where in the world is Troy getting hammered?
My friend then.
Big fun story.
Yeah, it doesn't really pick up from there.
You're like, let's get the fuck out of the country after that.
Yeah.
Bingo. Trumpito happens. They endure that in their small town for 3 years. Spend 2 years looking for a place to go. Find that Costa Rica is the most temperate, kind, and remarkable place for them. And pack up everything they have, sell their house, sell their car, make their person who bought their car drive them to the airport so they took possession as soon as they got on the airplane and went to Costa Rica.
I'm in the terminal, you dicks.
And we'll get back to the story here in a moment. We will make a nice announcement for our man Yikes coming into the room.
Yikes Mountain. The Duke of Hard Seltzers has entered the chat.
Or not.
Horrifying start to
Hello.
Okay. Oh my God. Yikes, where are you?
Horrifying start?
There's that goddamn mustache.
I'm right here.
Goddamn.
You got a signature
Glorious.
beanie on.
Gas prices
I do
are
have my
right?
beanie.
I know. When is
What's
the when is the shoot for the rap album cover?
License to get ill.
Like coming up, or are you done already? Like shoots in the can.
I guess I'll just take a screenshot.
Sweet. Well, welcome to the show. It's usual rules. 2.5 dogs, which we are at 2. The Godfather
I'm
of
getting
drink.
a huge lag from you guys.
If you can hear this, just know that I'm sorry.
And we think it's
I
on
heard
your
his
end.
dog bark.
Yeah, he's frozen. Drink to a freeze.
That's a clear add-on for sure.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's organic as fuck.
We do like to have organic drinks.
Well, that's how the dog thing started.
It was, yeah.
Like, you know what? They're barking. I don't give a fuck. And that radio shit for 3 years playing by rules. Dogs can bark. I don't give a fuck. 12 people that listen don't care. I'm going to air that grievance.
That's a
And
grievance.
if you don't like a dog, and if a dog's bark annoys you, then you're not my people.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Fuck directly off.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you guys because I hate my neighbor's dog barking.
Well, that's different. That's different.
That is different.
I'll give you
It's right
that.
next door.
Yeah, that's a nuisance. That's
Yes.
It's not my good pal Ted Jansen being protective and doing his
Well,
dog
not my
job.
good pal Ted Jansen either. So yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Teddy's catching a stray. Catching a stray.
That's all right.
I guess having technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, his part of the country is prone for, things like that.
Where is he again?
Mustache cause interference.
Hello
There
again.
we go. Looks like you've got a solid connection.
I think I'm back.
You are, but you still are lagging for sure.
Am I?
No, I think you're good now.
Or am I? Oh, okay.
No, you sound good. So yeah, I'll bring you up to speed. Usual rules, 2.5 dogs. We're at the 2. I'm assuming you're not drinking the liquor. Troy says the liquor doesn't matter. The drink is whatever you're drinking. So,
Okay.
That makes sense.
when Coley snorts, that's drink. If you hear a bong, you drink. And, yeah, we're just airing grievances. We don't, we said, fuck the rules. I did a shit job explaining them. Because I was super high and I thought I made sense. So we're
You made sense to you.
I did.
mean,
I knew what I was fucking talking about. Sounded beautiful. So
it
yeah,
was beautiful.
we're just gonna call for the ball and air a fucking grievance. We'll throw in a top 5 if we fucking feel like it. Don't worry about it. It's beautiful. Welcome
I'll
aboard.
throw out a grievance.
Actually,
yikes.
I have a
Who's
top
throwing
5,
out?
and I definitely.
Oh shit! He's crazy.
I can definitely riff on some grievances, but we don't need to get. Oh shit! Can you hear me?
I took care of Coley.
See what I mean? Oh man. Okay. Beautiful.
Now we've got Coley muted and Yikes frozen. Now we've got nothing.
This is great. This is what I do this for.
Indeed.
I didn't
Well,
go
you
to
can
my
have it yourself
basement
now,
and put
Coley.
on
It's okay.
pajamas and slippers for fucking nothing, man. I'm all in here.
This was definitely worth leaving my house for, I'll tell you that.
That's what I keep trying to tell Yikes, that there's an invisible man with another microphone. He's going to be totally taken off guard if he ever catches up.
Mm-hmm.
I've been released from jail. Thank you.
And he's gone again. Well, that's the little known secret. Don't tell anybody else who podcasts with us. You can unmute yourself immediately.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell.
Well, I think you got me one
secret?
time, but I actually finished up right when you muted me. So I went to mute myself. I was like, oh, it's been done. I'll take a piss now.
There's only so many people I care to mute in this life, and y'all tend not to be 5 of them.
Oh, but I'm special now.
Yeah.
Unless you step on Yikes again, in which case you get it right back at you. So
You're in the
Yikes,
club.
your top 5, go.
Whoa. Transition. Holy
Hey,
smokes.
just
We
bash
transitioned
him
while
over
you were
the head
gone.
with it. Go, motherfucker! You back.
Oh, wow. that's a lot.
Perform.
Okay. So I don't know how this actually happened, speaking of maybe being too stoned, but somewhere along the line, I thought we were doing top 5 lists of worst Christmas gifts we've ever gotten. And I don't think that actually happened. I think I just made that up, maybe.
No, that was said in the chat, but it was basically people were throwing out ideas because everybody is supposed to come up with a random holiday-related top 5 of whatever. Like Derek was going to do sneaky good gifts.
All right. So I didn't just come up with this out of resentment. It was actually floated out there.
No, somebody did say, yikes, you should do a top 5 of worst gifts.
Okay. So I have a top 5 list of worst Christmas/holiday gifts.
God
from my
damn, you
aunt.
fucking performed. That is, wait, let me, hold on, reset that. I fucking walked all over you.
What, you want me to say the title again?
Yeah, I stepped all over you.
And now, a TGIF exclusive. The top 5.
Worst Christmas or holiday gifts from my aunt.
Take it away, fellas.
Nice caveat.
So, and I don't say aunts or aunties because it's a singular person. So I've removed her real name and just called her aunt.
Okay.
This is one particular person over many years. So I have an OLI. This is a classic. I think I was about 10 years old when I got this gift. It was a homemade bean soup recipe with a pack of beans.
It's a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Wait, you were how old?
I think I was like 12.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
That's like a gift for a 72-year-old man would be like, bean soup? Oh, my God. Are you reading my mind? Thank you, Charlene.
So that was the OLI.
Okay.
Number 5 would be probably at age 8 or something like that, would be the good old-fashioned soap on the rope.
Were you in trouble at the time?
No. Don't you remember, though, back in the day, that was like a thing when soap on the rope came? I don't know.
I got one, too.
Yeah. Or it's like
80s?
maybe...
Like
Yeah,
mid-80s?
totally.
Yeah.
It's
I
an
got
Albie
one,
Sure
too.
lyric. What do you think what do you think I'm a dope? Think I'm soap on a rope? Nope.
That's right. There we go.
And
Wow.
the bonus is, as you got a few years older, you could hang it on your wiener. It was great.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I must have ran out of soap. Anyway.
Or it's a drink.
Yeah, that's a drink.
Yeah, I snorted.
You motherfuckers.
Number 4. Homemade candles. Now,
Okay.
this was a fad. People started doing this and they make holiday ones.
Right.
But she just kind of made they didn't have any significance to Christmas. It was just like, here's a homemade candle. Mm-hmm. And I really truly believe that
Because I'm making them now.
nobody has really successfully, there's probably somebody out there, but like the majority of people don't make a homemade candle that smells like anything.
Fight Club.
But
That's a good call.
okay.
We
Well, I
used to
stand
make
corrected.
candles when we were in kindergarten. Remember, like the little milk cartons that you had to like peel out because it just wasn't easy. So we used that as a mold, and every single one of them was pink, like the candles that we made. But we used that as a mold
Oh, the box
for a
and
candle. The
all
box,
right.
yeah.
'Cause it's already waxed cardboard. That's badass. Okay.
All right. I'll learn it.
It didn't smell.
That's like a stocking stuffer.
Yeah, it
your
is.
Your point remains. It didn't smell like anything.
Hit the sounder, Ronno.
Well, again, and this is not like, I'm like pretty young in all these. So again, you're giving like a 10-year-old like candles.
Yeah, a
like, what are you
fucking
doing?
Candle.
Yeah.
Like, you can give me a candle and be like, Ron might want to burn a candle. You don't
Yeah.
know that fucker. He might be down there in a fucking bubble bath. You don't know. He might want that candle.
Yeah.
10-year-old don't want that candle under
Yeah,
any
no.
circumstance. Unless it's got titties on it. Maybe. Maybe he'll take a candle. Anyway, proceed.
And Right. That's a candle you don't burn, though, at that age. You just,
That's a drink.
There's another one.
She was too cute.
Number 3,
Number 3.
calendars. All right? Like that, okay, I get it. Like, back in the day, you'd get, like, maybe a calendar if you were into Star Wars, or, like, you're into, like a football team, like the Steelers, or, like, one of those classic era, and back when you needed a calendar, or it was just cool to have.
Beavis and Butthead.
But I'm
the
saying
Muppets.
calendars. So we're talking like I'd get like 5 of them for the same year, and like one would be like Save the Whales, and like one would be like the 1984 Iowa Hawkeyes basketball team. Just like it's just
I got it from the bank.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it seemed like. Very
Here
just
you
kind of
go.
like, I've got so many calendars that I figure I should probably give them away. So,
No more talking, more sipping, yikes.
oh, sorry.
Calendars.
Well,
I
you had
agree.
a calendar for every wall in your room, so you never had to like turn around and search.
Sounds like the ultimate dick present. Like, I got this free and I don't want it. Here, it applies to you because you're also going to experience this year. Thanks. It's like
It's something we can all find common ground on. That next year is next year.
we're all gonna have a year, aren't we? Sun's gonna come up. It's gonna go down. It's gonna
Once
be great.
again, may I offer a corollary to Yikes number 3, calendars?
Indeed.
I once had a job I really didn't like very much that underworked me dramatically. And I would buy office calendars ad nauseum and keep them on my walls, counting days worked, days working but not in the office, and vacation days, and days till retirement. I had a small office, approximately 10 by 12, covered entirely in year-to-glance calendars marked with red Sharpie, green Sharpie, or black Sharpie, because I was marking
color
time to
coding.
make it clearly known I did not want to be there.
Yes. And color coding is the way to passive aggressively
Yeah.
tell them to fuck off.
Granted, I wasn't 12 at the time, but I acted like I was, so it kind of counts.
And I will offer the one exception to this is the thing a day calendar. Like, my sister got me one that was called Quotable Asshole. So every day you'd pull one and there'd be a quote from, like random, there's a Hunter S.
An asshole.
Thompson. Yeah, it was a really good calendar. But I'll offer that. And 90s throwback, The Far Side, one a day. That was a good
That
gift.
was a good one.
But
Yeah.
That was good.
But everything else, spot on.
Hashtag
All right.
Bubble Wrap calendar.
What was that? What'd you say?
The bubble wrap calendar was also a winner.
I'm not familiar.
Moving on.
Wait a minute. You can't just. I'm not familiar either. I'm going to allow you to explain that real quick.
Thank you, Yikes.
Well,
Yeah,
if it's allowed during your list, I'll be happy to expound.
My list is open for that. Yep.
A bubble calendar is exactly that. It's the months of the year across the top, the days of the year down straight, each one a giant 1-inch inflated bubble of bubble wrap. Every day you got to pop a bubble. What? And if you waited for the whole month, you could pop all the bubbles at once.
I would stay alive just for that. I mean, like
I did.
97.
It kept me alive for 7 years.
There's more bubble wrap. I ain't fucking dying until I get to the 31st.
Well, I got to tell you, if the bubble calendar would have been in one of those Christmas gifts, this would not be rated. It would have fallen off the list. So,
Yes.
I've never heard of such a thing. I think you're making it up, but that's fine. Like, you can make things up. It's good.
Au contraire.
Too fucked up to question it.
The bubble calendar.
I'm going to send you the link to the bubble calendar.
Do it. Do it.
I
I want to see
look for
this.
that.
I now have something to live for.
well, I regret letting Troy talk about that because it's overshadowed by 2-in-1's picks. But
I know. Didn't you just get fucked?
I did.
That was brutal.
All by my own design.
It's
All right.
fucking. It's Jethro Tull with Grand Funk Railroad all over again.
Wow, that's a throwback.
For more info
So
on
number-
Grand Funk, consult your school library.
So number 2, worst Christmas or holiday gifts from my aunt. Number 2, oven mitts.
And you were
And again,
10?
I think, what the fuck? That's number 2. Number what?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that your aunt needs some variety of medication. Like, I don't know the lady, never seen her, but in my unprofessional opinion, we should give her something.
The funny thing is she's an interesting person to say the least, but like it's more just that this is something that she's specifically bad at. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like like I've met many people with many problems, but this conceptual idea of what to give for Christmas is just fucked up. Like,
Total mental block. Like, I don't know. Like,
or it's just anything that's kind of like around the house, like, or you know, like in general.
Is your aunt
tongues.
a farm lady? Is she a farm woman?
She is not a farm woman, but she is from Iowa.
Is your aunt Dwight Schrute?
Survey says.
Yes.
To be fair, these gifts have been super fucking practical. Like,
Yes.
I mean,
Which is what a farm woman did. She gave you beans. Gave
right?
You a calendar.
That's gonna
Gave
keep
you a
you
Again.
alive.
calendar.
You're gonna eat those
Again.
fucking beans. Like, when you still get up in the morning and you're living, you're welcome.
I hope they're under my tree this year.
That's a gift
Fucking
that
beans.
just given.
Duh.
You play your cards right, those beans will last forever.
You guys just went from questioning my
Yeah.
aunt's psyche
I
to saying that the
I
gifts
flipped.
are actually like useful and like
We did
what
180.
happened there?
No,
like,
she-
just a
Supporting
full-
auntie.
I thought she might have been crazy, like giving a little kid like wait a minute though. You step back and you go,
Yeah.
no, she's
Welcome
just
to the
like you
Non-Sequitur
said.
podcast with Rano.
Yeah,
She's crazy practical.
I can have my mind changed. I'm not. I was given new information. God damn it!
I've got information, man. New shit has come to light. And shit, man.
Pre-number one.
one.
Pre-number
Oh,
one.
number
Pre-number
one.
one.
Yes.
Number one. Stand by.
All right,
Stand by.
all right.
Check the group chat for your bubble calendars.
Oh.
Phone's
Yeah.
way over
Now.
there, though.
Coming number one.
right.
Worst gifts from Auntie Dwight Schrute.
All right. Number 1,
That's how I'm
White
picturing it.
socks.
Oh, very
Oh
practical.
no!
Oh no! Is this
throwing a
upset?
challenge flag.
Oh
I'll
boy!
second that.
No, socks are sneaky good.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
I
said
don't
white.
have a challenge
I said,
flag, but I've got a penalty flag. Can you do that?
Listen.
Let me put on a hat so that I may fucking tip it. That's well done.
You guys had enough of yourself there?
Explain yourself, guys.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. I said white socks. I didn't say socks.
Okay,
Just
there's
white
a difference.
socks. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, you give somebody
Everybody
a
needs
gift.
white socks.
Everybody
Literally-
needs beans too.
So your issue is the fact that they're white. If they were black socks, you would have been great. Gray socks, red socks.
Good question.
Just white socks.
Is it the color
thinking-
that you take
like
offense
Chris-
to?
Since I was 12, I've loved any sock my grandma got me, and I expect at my age today to still get white socks in less than a month from that beautiful, lovely woman.
All right. Wow.
I get sad if I don't. Plus, I need new socks.
He's just waiting for Christmas. Damn, I need some socks. Bad.
Grandma's got me
25th
covered.
can't get here fast enough.
And I'm kind of glad Derek's internet didn't get hooked up because he was going to do a top 5 of sneaky good gifts, and number 1 was socks. So he would have been, he would have
Number 2 is
protested.
jeans.
So I still want to know. So the grievance was socks, though.
No, the grievance is that I can get white socks anytime I go anywhere. And I have more than I need. And what I don't have is like
You
some
lucky
kind of sock,
bastard.
some kind of sock that like I don't have. Like, you know, like a wool sock is interesting when you live somewhere cold, or like some warm socks. Warm socks are very thematic of the season. You know, like just white
Gold
socks.
toes?
I mean,
Gold toes are very nice.
sure.
Yeah.
Not white
Those
socks.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Fair.
This is really unfortunate that somebody just rolled in the middle of my list.
Yes.
And I don't know. I was like, it's some voice that's ominous
You're like, I
coming from
can't even
somewhere.
see him.
Like, I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, they just brought this dude in for my number 1.
Just to fucking
He's like-
sucker punch you. Yes.
Just like, yeah.
My apologies, sir.
And in my back
all
pocket the whole time, just fucking waiting. Let this motherfucker get to 1.
Just gonna,
Release the voice.
yeah, just like put Yikes right on the spot, have him do a top 5, everybody walk all over it, and then bring Derek in at the end.
So all 4 of
Plan the
yours
whole
were
thing.
excellent. I couldn't disagree with any of them. I just love my white socks from Grandma. I'm sorry,
All
guys.
right. Fine.
Okay,
Fine.
let me rewind it. Every time I kept trying to tell you that there is a 5th person off camera with a microphone is when you would lag. So I tried telling you 3 times, and then when you came back, I finally forgot. So,
Yeah.
yeah, this is Lucas. My buddy is over here testing the second mic for us,
I
and
just
he
waved.
loves socks.
Okay.